Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate.
I'm Boston.
And I'm Rennie.
And we bought a Sago home just about a month ago.
Yeah.
We moved in. Originally, we're from the East Coast. Yeah, so we got married a year and a half ago. And we decided after renting for about a year, why don't we just take what we would normally spend in rent and buy a house and we'll pay a mortgage. And we were looking around, different places in Utah. Do we want to stay in Utah? And if we stay in Utah, can we stay somewhere cool?
Yeah. So we were actually renting pretty close to Daybreak, and I drove my glass pretty routinely over to a glass recycling dumpster that was across the street from the Sago homes. And I kept looking at the Sago model homes thinking, wow, those look really cool. I want to buy one of those.
Yeah, and I was super skeptical, I think, at first because, I don't know, I wasn't 100% that we could find a really cool place in Utah that, was reasonably priced, all that kind of stuff. And so one day she's like, well, let's just take a look at the model homes and sort of see what we think. And I just remember we walked through and literally we climbed up to the Sky Terrace and it was like, oh, yeah, let's get one of these.
Yeah, the Sky Terrace totally sold us. I think we left actually that day and we were like, we really want to buy this house.
Yeah, and I think there were a number of things we had, a lot of ducks in a row that we had to get, and we found a particular one that we wanted, and it sold on the market really, really fast. And so we were like, okay, well, as soon as the next one becomes available, let's get it. And so we did, and we've been super stoked. It's been a really, really cool experience in designing everything.
Yeah, we got to pick out our floors and our carpets and our cabinets and our wall color.
Yeah, even though it was it's the template of a home, and we were able to really make it feel like something that we were happy with and that we would love to live in.
Working with Sandy was awesome. She put up with all of my questions, and we actually didn't have a lot of time to put the whole design of the house together. So I think it took about 3 weeks, actually. Mm-hmm. So I was in here almost every day at one point, just looking at cabinets and looking at floors and putting combinations together and asking different questions.
And asking me, do you like this one or do you like that one? And I say that one, and you're like, oh, okay, because I like this one. I like this one too.
So we're going with that one.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay, so this one. All right, great.
But she was incredibly patient. She just knew everything that we needed to know in terms of upgrades or what was more beneficial for resale value or not, because we wanted to upgrade certain things, but we wanted to also keep our price range reasonable for our budget. And
yeah, she totally gave us good advice, but worked with it, and honestly, the whole process, especially all the paperwork, was super streamlined, and it felt like they were constantly attentive, and she hooked us up with the right mortgage people to go with, and everything was smooth sailing, really.
Yeah. Very streamlined, very organized, really, really easy process.
I think one of the things that we were kind of worried about was finding a place that could fit with our lifestyle. I lived up in Salt Lake and Sugar House, and really liked the community that was there, kind of the younger feel that was there. And at the same time, I didn't necessarily want to live in the city, or the prices weren't always great. And we were taking a look at Daybreak, and honestly, I think one of the exciting things is there is a really cool community here. But it also feels, pretty
urban
and involved.
Yeah.
Even though it's, in a beautiful kind of Utah, deserty, mountainy landscape, you still have people who have a food truck rally every week, or concerts all summer long, and it definitely feels like there are people who care about creating a sense of community, and that's important to us as well.
I love that our our townhome has a loft in it, and it just feels so modern and urban. And even though we're not in a big city, it just has that same type of feel. And then I can go running around the lake. I probably do that a couple times a week.
Yeah.
And we go to the movies, which are right down the street. And
yeah, and I feel like just even within our neighborhood, we can, we'll get to know our neighbors, we'll get to know the people around us, be able to have, cool parties, and I don't know,
we walked to the restaurant the other night, last night, had food.
So it's a really cool place to live.
Yeah. I have to say that when we had our final walkthrough for the house, my parents, who've actually built a couple homes over the years themselves, were really impressed with the builders and with Sandy and their knowledge and the quality of the home. So I definitely feel like if we were to, our family to grow or purchase another home in the next couple years, we would definitely see what Sago Homes is up to and where they're building, what they're building.
Yeah, I mean, this was obviously my first time buying a home, but it was, what I understand, pretty much a first-class experience. And so if we were buying a future home, I would want to have the same type of, experience that we have at Sago down the road.
And we just feel taken care of. Everything in our home is warranted for at least a year, and our HOA is gonna cover anything to the exterior of their house, which actually we had a little storm and one of our metal covers on our roof was flapping in the wind, and they took care of it like within a day of my sending an email. We just feel really happy about the decision we made. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Clay, so it's basically spring right now, and so I think it's time to start looking at some vacation properties, right?
Yeah, and it's hit us quick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a nice early spring, which is beautiful, and so this is right on Charleston Boulevard, right there in Heber, and it's right there by Deer Creek Reservoir.
That's such a great little mountain city right there. You're nestled down, you see the backside of Timpanogos, mountain views all around, you have the lake right there, and look how well laid out that is. That home is on that lot.
You're on an acres worth of land, nice quiet little community. And take a look at that view. And the location of those is ideal. You're right there by the lake. You're literally walking distance of the lake. Mm-hmm. You've also got some really nice trout fishing right around there, right by the Provo River. That's Blue Ribbon. You've also got world-class golf right there in Soldier Hollow, right?
That's right, yeah.
And then you're not far from the ski resorts as well.
Yeah, you're right. Sundance is literally 15 to 20 minutes away from you right there. And that's a great lake for jet skiing, boating. You just have a lot of options in that area.
So take a look at this. Now you notice on the inside, they've gone with what they call a pier and beam style. And so they've done those big timbers, and that supports a big top roof there. So they're gonna have a big vaulted ceiling.
And that gives it a really expansive feel, and it also gives it that nice rustic touch, which is perfect for that mountain valley area that it's in.
Yeah, staying great on everything, as you notice. Mm-hmm. Just beautiful work here. And this is perfect for like a family gathering, you want to have your family. This could be a first home, but most likely it's going to be a second home, a vacation home.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about this type of property, because where it's located and how big it is, we're talking 5 bedrooms here, almost 6,000 square feet. You could set this up on an Airbnb and turn it into a rental.
You sure could. I have 2 friends that do that in similar type locations. And they just book out the weekends that they want to be there, and then they rent it out the rest of the time, and it really covers the majority of the mortgage.
Yeah,
and
so
yet they have this
I have friends
price.
that make money on theirs.
Yeah.
They make money. The property turns into an income-making property. And it's been really revolutionary the way they set that up, because instead of just going to a hotel all the time, you can go to these and rent out a house.
Oh, it's so much better when you have a family, or like I say, a family vacation or something. The thing I loved about this one was that wraparound porch on this gives you views of all the mountains and all the lake and everything on this property. Perfect, like you say, family reunion type location.
Yeah. Notice those door casings right there. These are what they call they don't have casings on them. It's really expensive to build this way, but it gives a really nice polished look. Of course, it's staying great everywhere. They've done nice amenities throughout the house.
It does give it a very clean look, and I love how they've really, I noticed that along the balcony up there as well, but these windows that they have letting a lot of natural light in up high to light up the entire room on each of these rooms, if you look at that.
Look at that roof there.
Yeah.
It's all stained grade roof, which is beautiful. Again, it's a big expansive space. You don't have walls supporting the center of it, because the way they built a very expensive style of build on this home.
Yeah.
down in the basement about 90% finished out. You can still, they went with the beam style and stain grade, which is perfect. Well, like that rustic style, right?
Yeah, very open. It spans that entire room, and a lot of opportunity again for a big gathering down there if you wanted to have that in that room.
Yeah, and so the type of construction that they did in this home, they didn't spare any expense. They put a lot of money into this.
Yeah, and you know, like you can see, there's the nice amenities in the bathroom. You have the double sinks there, great tile work as well. I love this in-deck pool that they put on the back end as well.
Yeah, a little hot tub.
Hot tub, excuse me.
No, you're fine. And
Yeah.
plenty of parking, so if you got an RV or something. And so that's what you're looking at out in the Heber Valley for $834,900.
Look at that mountain shot, amazing.
Amsco Windows was founded in Utah over 65 years ago. Our 535,000 square foot facility is one of the largest vinyl window plants in the country. We provide more windows in the state of Utah than all other manufacturers combined, and with Amsco, your design potential is limitless. At Amsco, we understand that quality, service, on-time delivery, and pleasing the customer are vital to our success. Amsco Windows, make your home a masterpiece.
So John, for this one, we're going to be headed down to Midway. Now, Midway's become real popular over the last few years because it's a spillover kind of community of Park City. And as you look into this area, of course, it's kind of a Swiss style, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they've got the Swiss stays up there that's very popular, and this house definitely follows that European architecture with that Swiss European look, which is really nice up there.
Yeah, kind of that sloped little roof line, right?
Yeah.
Now, this one's situated in a nice little community. It's got a park right across the street, and then it overlooks right down into the Heber Valley, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a really nice big lot, over half an acre, and it's got some beautiful decks to sit out and watch the meteors and watch the stars at night.
Yeah, because up there you're above the inversion, and it's just absolutely beautiful. As we step inside, you're going to notice all the nice finishes they put in this, the nice hardwood floors. And another nice thing about this house is at the price that they've got it situated out there, they're going to leave all the furniture if they get the right offer.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, especially if you want to do this home as a second home, a getaway. It's nice to have that already furnished for yourself and your family.
Yeah, and it's all just kind of figured in there, so you just it's move-in ready. They'll take, of course, their personal items, like their the clothing and cars, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible to see the detail they've got in the rockwork on these fireplaces, and especially in these kitchens with the backsplashes and granite countertops. They've really, really done a nice job.
Yeah. Okay. So we're at about $1,074,999. What are we talking about? What kind of loan would you be looking at on something like a house like this?
We've got some great jumbo programs for those loans that are over $739,000, which are considered your jumbo loans. You're looking at 30-year conventional loans that are very competitive in the market today, almost within the same range as a regular conventional loan, if depending on credit, and it's anywhere from 10 to 20% down depending on that credit score.
Okay, so when you say a jumbo loan, explain that. What's that mean?
Usually anything over a 739 is considered a super jumbo. $739,000 is a super jumbo loan, and so the pricing is a little bit higher than your normal conventional loan. But with
the interest rate's a little higher because there's a little more risk there.
That's right. But with programs that we have, the rate is almost the same as a conventional loan. It's very, very minimal difference.
That's awesome. Okay, so taking a look down here in the basement, they finished it out to match upstairs. Again, that stain grade, match the carpets and the colors and everything. They did a great job.
Yeah, it looks like a great sauna room, and then an exercise room that they're using right now for storage, and even a theater room.
Yeah, so the theater room right now they're using as an office. but they've got a sauna in there. I mean, and plenty of bedrooms. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths, and 1 half bath. And this headed in the master bedroom, you're going to notice the size, the immense size of this master bedroom. It's a true master suite.
Yeah. A lot of room to relax and enjoy that lovely fireplace too. I always love a fireplace in the master bedroom to sit and relax and read.
Yeah, that's a perfect little reading area there because you've got your library, you've got the fireplace. I mean, and I love it.
Yeah, it's that cozy feeling.
One of the interesting thing about this property is this is actually a 3-story property. You don't normally see that because there's a lot of height restrictions around. But so this house has a basement fully finished, and it has the main floor. It's got the 2nd story, and then it has the 3rd story that has an open loft area for the kids to play in.
Yeah, great bonus room.
Yeah, and you don't normally see that though because height restrictions and subdivision, they don't let you build these massive, huge houses like this. I mean, this thing situates like a mansion.
Yeah, I love that master bathroom too. The way they use the glass to let all that natural light in, it really, really makes it bright and airy and feels so much bigger.
Yeah, so this is that loft area above this is on that 3rd story, which is kind of an open kind of family area. So as we're heading outside, you're going to see some of this nice work that they did. You can look down on those decks and down into the beautiful valley views.
Yeah, these are $1 million views for sure.
So for this home, we're going to be heading down to the historic district, which is the Avenues, and this is an absolutely beautiful home, and it's in a historic area. And so I thought it would be great to bring the owner of the property. And so Chad, tell me about this beautiful home.
Yes, Jay. The home is a classic, one-of-a-kind home, and the original cottage was built in 1891, and then the Victorian was added in 1897. It's amazing, and it is so charming and one of a kind because in great part to the windows that are in the home, the curved radius glass windows, and the stone beveled sills and lintels that you can see on the front of the home.
Yeah, because these are really rare, right?
Oh, they're extremely rare. You hardly ever even find one. There are many Victorians in the Avenues, but they're very difficult to find one that has these types of windows in them.
Yeah, beautiful. So headed inside, obviously I see a lot of charm. Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, a lot of original woodwork that you see, the beautiful crown moldings, the home, you can see the curved radius windows from in here, and then leaded glass transom above the living room or tea room window. There you see a great shot of the radius windows. The transom window actually throws prisms onto the wall, clear through this blue room, the receiving room, and even onto the walls of the red room, the living and dining area. So it's just gorgeous. And the stained glass window that you see above here, you can't really pick up the color of it, but that is original.
So that's the original?
That is the original,
wow.
Yeah. And it's amazing. All of these windows are just phenomenal. This room has great light, southern exposure. The firebox that you see here, when I pulled that out to redo everything, it was stamped 1897, patent pending. So it's really got amazing charm.
So we're headed here into the kitchen, which I love because this looks like just what everybody's doing kitchens. Like it is, and it's kind of a bit of a throwback.
Yeah, it's a total throwback. It is.
I love it.
It is. It's got the quartz countertops. I tried to tie in the marble backsplash with the countertops and with the ceiling. Which is phenomenal. I've actually had people come in and say, so that ceiling is 120 years old? Because it looks like it from the coal dust and everything.
So headed up to this, one of the things I really like about this property is it's got 3 bedrooms up, but two of the bedrooms upstairs are like suites. They've got their own bathroom and a huge closet, which you don't normally see in this type of property, right?
That's right, yeah, especially the main master. Now, this one, I call it my treehouse bedroom, excuse me. Right off the deck, French doors that open up, and then this bathroom that is just as you go out the door, the master suite right here. with a large master bedroom.
Okay, now tell
closet.
me, as you did the remodel on this and you changed out all the systems, tell me what you guys did there.
Well, tore out all of the ductwork down in the basement and replaced that with commercial ductwork. I put a 98% efficiency furnace upstairs. This, by the way, is the guest bedroom with a Romeo and Juliet balcony. The ductwork upstairs is all brand new ductwork, so you have no nasty old 100-year-old dust that you're breathing. It's amazing. New PEX plumbing, upgraded electrical. It's a pretty amazing home from top to bottom, Jay.
So basically what you get is a turn-of-the-century home with all the latest technology in all the systems, right?
That's correct.
Want to sell your house faster and for more money? Jay uses the same camera crew from the TV show to add a full motion video tour to your home. The key to selling real estate is making your home look exceptional and getting it in front of as many potential buyers as possible.
And the best part is it doesn't cost anything more than working with a regular realtor. And everybody that buys or sells with me gets to use Helping Hands Moving Company for free. So to see these beautiful homes, be sure to tune in Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 4:30, only on ABC4 Utah.
We were looking for a new home. Some were too big, some were too small, some were just wrong. Then, wow, we were in our dream home.
Then the hard part started. All this paperwork.
Luckily, we had Steve, a loan officer from Castle & Cook Mortgage, on our side. Even though he's done this 1,000 times, he knew we hadn't. He took care of everything, and fast, so we could focus on the things that really matter, like enjoying our new home. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle.
Hey Jay, this property really jumped out to me. I'm really interested in it.
Okay, so this one's a unique one. This is actually out in Bluebell. And so if you went past Strawberry and out to Starvation, this is just right out there. So it's about 2 hours outside of Salt Lake City, but this is a very, very unique property. It's a cabin property. It could be a primary residence, but it's got a setup which you don't see in the state of Utah. You can have your own dock on this because you actually own the shoreline.
Wait, so why is this unique in the state of Utah?
Because the state of Utah went through and bought up all the shoreline, and so the state owns all property that's land and water, touching each other. They want to own all that. This particular property, they had changed the water and the way it flowed, and so it filled up and got onto his property, and so now he has shoreline property.
Interesting.
Which is very, very unique.
Yeah, true shoreline property.
Yeah, true shoreline property, and so it's all situated, and so this is perfectly set up for somebody. A very unique thing. You don't see it all the time. If you go look, I want waterfront property in Utah. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
And so this is one of those unique situations. So you could have your own dock, and the lake's big enough that they've got a place to put your boat in, and there's some great fishing on there, and it's only 2 hours away. And so if you're looking for a secondary property, no, not too far, and they've decked it out, granite countertops, that really nice roof they put on this thing. I mean, it's a good little property.
Yeah, it's beautiful on the inside. They've trimmed it out really, really nice.
Yeah, and they put a bunch of cool things in there. They've got a ping pong table and a bumper pool and foosball and pinball and all these different things. So when you bring the kids out there, you can turn them off of all the electronics and you can get back to the way things used to be.
Yeah.
You can take them fishing, you can take them out on the lake, you can play games at night, and that's the way this house is. It could be a permanent residence, but these particular people use it as more kind of like a cabin property.
Yeah, well, I was noticing that loft up there in that main room. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's 4,500 square feet. They've got 8 bedrooms. Yeah, 4 full baths, and it's on almost 16 and a half acres.
So you could have a lot of families staying there with 8 bedrooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get the whole family reunion out there if you wanted.
Yeah, and some people will take stuff like this and they'll set them up as, timeshares.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You ever seen that done before?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and so you could actually rent it out, and even the state does stuff like this, where they'll get these little cabins, put them on there, and rent them out. People go use them for the weekend. But that kind of shows that bonus space. That kind of nice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, up there above. Nice and open. Boy, it accommodate a lot of people.
Yeah, perfect for a little family getaway, huh?
Mm-hmm. Send the kids upstairs, and then you can get away and go out yourself and do a little fishing, and it'd be fantastic.
But you're far enough away, but you're still close enough that 2 hours away from Salt Lake City is not far at all.
Yeah, it's still accessible. That's right.
And they plan on leaving all those games in there. They said they've moved away, and they just don't need to take those things with them. So those are going to be kind of considered part of the property. You can see it's put together quite well.
Yeah.
It's most properties when you go out into these areas are not, fancy, and this happens to be one of those really nice properties.
Yeah, that's right. It has really good-looking trim on the inside, even though it's kind of tucked away.
Yeah.
It's a really cool combination.
This would be great for a family. You want to get away from it all. You want to go spend the weekend, and take your whole family and be able to, you pull your boat right up to your house.
That'd be great. No docking fees.
Yeah. You can go fishing or whatever. That's what you get there for just under $600,000 out in Bluebell.
Protecting your home means protecting your single largest financial investment. That's why when you buy a home, you buy owner's title insurance to protect your home ownership. Purchasing owner's title insurance will ensure your home ownership rights are protected against unexpected claims such as liens, a forged deed, encroachments, and other situations covered by the policy. For a one-time fee paid at closing, coverage lasts for as long as you own your home. Who can you count on for that protection? Since 1953, North American Title has built a strong reputation for personal service and financial strength. Our associates work with you, your lender, and your real estate agent to make sure you close on schedule. And we issue the title insurance that'll be there to protect your home ownership through the years. Call North American Title at 801-566-3066 or go to www.nat.com/Utah Protect to learn how to order owner's title insurance for your new home.